Man, I suck at this game. Ugh. What are you guys fighting about? I told you guys my name is Max. You know, with an A. But that doesn't matter. Why are you guys fighting again? Can you guys stop fighting? We're all weebs here, so we can all agree anime is trash, and so are we. Who are you back in the house? What? I was kidding. Aw, come on guys, not again, it was a joke. Fuck. You guys gave me an idea. And I can finally go back to what I usually do. Yes. Wait, no. Never mind. I gotta go. So my dudes, this is Max from Squash Corner, and I am here to bring you another figure review. It's been a while, so I'm gonna review two figures that I got at convention. They're both SegaPrize figures that I got for cheapies, because basically there was too many of these, so it looked like they're practically giving them away. And then, yeah. So, don't be fooled, this is not Asuka, it's actually Ayanami. She is back and better than ever. And if you think this is Haruhi, you're wrong again. It's the SegaPrize Yuki Nagato, and the lights are ruining... Yeah, thank you, that's better. For details on the packaging, pretty much here's the front. There's a logo here. Haruhi here. And every SegaPrize figure actually has its little icon right here. Same thing for this. I'm pretty sure they have an Asuka figure, that's why she's displayed here, since it's not her. And then, yeah, every SegaPrize figure has a little thing here. And this figure particularly has a stand and tells you how to put it. I'll show you more detail on that once I open these figures up. Woo. Starting with actually the first waifu I ever had. That's probably like in middle school, I guess. She has an opening right here that you just pull down, but of course there's tape to the sides. So I could just remove that. Pull this like so. Ooh. Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. Open that. See your little head. Alright, pull this out. Oh, this is the cancer part. Okay. Yeah, you love that noise, don't you? Put this here. There we go. Alright, the package is pretty basic. Just holds her, and then her stand. Okay, so this is what we're gonna learn together. Is this stand, you could actually remove her from it, or is she actually stuck in it? That's what we're gonna check, because she's on it, clearly. Might as well film this simultaneously. So we're gonna move this too. There's tape here, I just removed that off camera, because that was very annoying. But, there's a little thing we could take out here. Oh, you just pull the back, there we go. Rinse and repeat. Oh, okay. So her packaging, the difference is it is not see-through. It's completely white. Oh, look at that. That's weird. You wouldn't want to open this backwards. I don't know why I did that. So, whoosh. There we go. That's how she looks like in the packaging. There you go. No, she has like a little plastic thing here that's taped in the bottom. Her stand is there. And I think it was taped too, but I just pulled it off. And yeah, okay. More details will come soon. Moving the figures to the side, here's Ray's stand. There's a little opening here. It's not taped. And here's the stand itself. Well, the stand holders. Ooh, they pop up. They plopped off. There we go. Some more detail on the back. It's just nothing. It's a Sega right here. Here's little pieces. Is this taped? Oh, I guess it is. Oh my god, they are. Okay. So assembly is required, but it's pretty basic, you could say. Just put, there's a little peg hole right here that you just like, put it in. And with the top part, so that right here, if you look closely, it's a square. And then pretty much, yeah, right, this looks like a square too. So, just like building blocks, yeah, you just plop that off. There we go. There's a stand completed. Boop, boop, boop. So, since it's small, I'm pretty sure this holds her ankles. So she doesn't fall off. So we'll see that in a bit in more detail. Alright, here's Rei, and if you look to the bottom, there's nothing holding her. So I believe this thing is actually holding her completely. So if I remove it, I think she would fly off. Yeah. Oh, okay, no, she doesn't. There you go. So, okay, something we gotta test out is she does not stand on her own whatsoever. Of course, that's what the stand's for. But if you look closely in her legs, yeah, they're like bent. And they're not even flat. Like she's like standing on her tippy toes. So this cannot stand by itself whatsoever. Before putting her in the stand, we could go through her details really quick. She has her iconic headbands. Her hair looks actually purple and not light blue, like how it usually looks. It could be just from like lighting, that her hair looks this color. Alright, something I want to go over is if you look closely in her eyes, pretty much my complaint is usually with figures, they come like in a skeletal form, as in like there's like, imagine this figure just with like no paint at all, such as like there's no eyebrows, eyes, or mouth, but like the skeleton itself is shaped as her face. So pretty much it's kind of like a figure usually comes all bald, pretty much, with no features until they paint the features in. But with this figure, you could really tell that, like, these eyes don't feel painted. They look kind of like, because usually there's like figures where like they just kind of like put, like, kind of like a permanent tattoo, you could say, of certain features on the figure, and you could really tell from here because you could see. Because there's like details where it looks like you can see the shape of where the eyes are created of the actual face. So it doesn't look painted, it looks kind of like they just plaster something all like on and called it a day. The mouth though looks painted. It's just the eye area completely looks like, it kind of looks like a, like not a sticker, one of those like tattoos you could place on something. Like up close, you could really see how this doesn't entirely look painted. It looks more of that tattoo. And it looks really blotchy. As in like, for the price of the figure, I don't complain at all. I think it's fine. But yeah, you could tell it's in the cheaper side because of how kind of like blotchy the paint is. But of course, it doesn't seem like paint. But yeah, it looks like that permanent tattoo. That's kind of weird. But the mouth, it's not bad. And then the mouth looks really nice, actually, for being painted. But yeah, and her eyebrows are like covered by her hair, but you could actually see that too. This looks more like, the eyebrows look more like paint than this, pretty much all the red and black features. But the purple on the eyebrows and the mouth look pretty solid. Well, this looks still a little blotchy. Going down, you could actually see that the paint job is not the best, you could say. Like, going to her shoulders, like, it's clearly supposed to be straight where the yellow and black is, but it's not. Same thing goes for this side. Going down, her boobs look very coney, which is pretty funny. But it has all the right details on. There's nothing missing. I like how they added details. Of course, it's not the best execution-wise of how they did it, but I'm happy they added each individual detail on the plug suit. They actually painted this, so it's not just like they could have just easily put it black and left it, or not even paint this, but they actually did. So I'm pretty impressed with that. Yeah. This figure is really glossy too, so like my lighting is making this look way more shiny than it really is. Going down, right here, the paint's not completely straight. Like, you know, there's little like splotches here going where the butt is. But it looks pretty fine. It's like, this is like the nitpicky that I'm getting into. But really, it's like, if you're just displaying this, no one's gonna pay attention. Another thing that's missing about this figure, of course, is I'm not expecting it to have it, but it just doesn't, is the suit doesn't have like a bagginess look to it. Usually it has a little bagginess, but no, it looks completely tight. And this figure is pretty heavy, actually. That's another plus about it. It's pretty hefty. Here's some more details in the gloves. They actually added color where the palm is. And something pretty cool too is the pose she's doing. Because the pose she's doing, she's pretty much activating the plug suit for it to like close in. So wait, actually it makes sense why it's not baggy at all, because pretty much if you press this while you have the suit, it completely like tightens. So that's actually a pretty cool detail that they added on the pose. So that's pretty cool. The legs are pretty great. They're not over exaggerating at all to me. They look just like how the show's supposed to. Here's just the detail going down. Now this is the part where there's no peg holes in the bottom, usually what figures often have. And yeah, they actually colored it too. They really didn't have to color that, so that's pretty impressive. I like that. And they actually added detail too. Something that's scary though is the legs. They're very kind of like flimsy, like they do move, but you're not supposed to move them. Like I feel like if you put too much pressure, they could break easily. Compared to the rest of the body seems really solid, like nothing doesn't seem like it would break. But this I would say is like the best bet for them to crack. So I would watch out for that. Here's the detail here. And of course, yeah, she cannot stand. So that's what the stand is for, and I'll show you that in a bit. Okay, this is what they expect you to do with the stand. Okay, not this leg, but this leg. You attached right here, like to the back part. So what I would do is make her stand on the stand first. Like so. And then once she stands on the stand, you could clip it on. That did not sound good. But nothing's broken, I'm making sure. And then yeah, she could just stand like this. But what's holding her together, honestly, is the symbol. The stand itself doesn't hold her properly. You have to like make her foot kind of lean on this for her to stand. So the figure itself is pretty big, and the stand does its job, but not the best job. I guess that's my complaint, because her toes pretty much touch the tip of the sign that says probably her name on it, and that's what's mostly bringing her to stand on her own.